Hello and welcome to Let's Try, a series where we try new and upcoming indie games. I am your host, Shatterdrift, and we are here live on Twitch, but odds are you're watching us on YouTube. Today, let's try Orwell's Animal Farm, which was released about 2 weeks ago on December 10th, if I recall correctly. And let's just jump into it. I don't see settings anywhere, so we're going.
Mr. Jones of the Manor Farm finishes feeding his hens.
Do I just click?
It has been a long day, and he forgets to secure the henhouse doors.
Do I have to click on the dot? Do I hit?
Thinking of the beer waiting for him in the kitchen.
Sorry, thinking of the beer waiting for him in the kitchen. Space isn't doing it. Enter isn't doing it. Do I really have to click on this little dot in the middle? Whoa, what just... Do I need to zoom in? Is that what we're doing now? So this is a bit of a point and click adventure. Obey question. A bit of a point and click adventure that talks about Animal Farm. I recently reread 1984, but I have not reread Animal Farm since high school. Depleted barn. Did I really just hit a button without knowing what it did? Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe not. How do I unmagnifying glass? Having controls would have been really, really helpful. DJD, welcome on in. And ZZ Boy, when we're in the middle of COVID, there's nothing else to do. I don't know how I got onto the magnifying glass. I don't know how to get off of it to be able to advance the game. I legitimately don't know. His house should be here. No amount of clicking is doing anything. Tab. No WASD controls. What are my controls? Escape. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Oh, resolution. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's take us off full screen. Did that... The 1280 by 720 is not reset game.
Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of every land and clime, hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time.
I just turn our volume up a little bit too. Okay, we're going into a new game. We're starting over.
Mr. Jones of the Manor Farm finishes feeding his hens.
The really confusing thing is like right now, I have to click on this dot to advance.
He forgets to secure the henhouse doors.
It's weird not having a next button. It's also weird that we're still in a windowed thing. We're not the right size exactly.
He's already thinking of the beer waiting for him in the kitchen.
Okay, so that was supposed to go. Did he mean to leave the doors unlatched? Game enjoyer, thank you for the raid. We are playing Orwell's Animal Farm right now. Welcome on in, raiders. He makes those mistakes more often lately. Okay, so it was click on an animal. Good job, Mika.
Soon, his lantern can be seen swaying as he walks back to the farmhouse. The hens have been waiting for this moment. Old Major, the prize boar, has called the animals to gather in the barn.
This is really interesting because I have just different options. What does Old Major want to tell us? He said he had an important dream. Something that affects the future of all animals. Is it safe to go? What if Jones comes back out and notices we're missing? He has poured his third pint. He won't come out again this evening. Okay, so we've done our question. We can go in and lead. We can follow. Obviously we lead. Comrades, I am very old. I doubt I have many more days to spend with you. Before I go, I want to tell you what I have learned. Our lives are miserable. We begin working very young, and we die before we can enjoy our old age. No animal in England knows the meaning of happiness. No animal in England is free. What do these options matter? I have agree, disagree, and doubt. We're gonna doubt. Maybe this is how it has to be. Maybe there's not enough food unless we all work hard. England is a rich land. Every animal could live in comfort, with a heated bed, and all the hay they can eat. Nay, not just the hay, but the table scraps off of Jones's table. Why don't we already live in comfort? We produce and Jones takes. He isn't even loyal to us in turn. Boxer, do you know what will happen when you get old and weak? I've heard the stories. Mr. Jones will sell you to the knacker. Benjamin? Is it true? Yes. You're sure? They always kill the horses. The knacker will cut your throat and boil you down for dog meat. Okay, so our options are rage, cheer, and worry. Obviously, this is something we need to rage over. This is really interesting. I wish I had reread the story before playing this, because I wonder how much of this is just the dialogue out of the book and how much of it's just kind of like an interactive version of the story that just kind of like cuts down some of the lines and cuts it down to the script. You deserve better. I've worked hard since I was a foal. You ought to have a pasture set aside. You ought to have all the hay you can eat. You ought to have a medal.
Now, at last, Old Major explains his dream.
It's still really weird having to hit this dot.
He dreamed of a song he barely remembers from when he was a piglet. It is the anthem of animals who long to be free.
Beasts of England, beasts of Ireland, beasts of every land and clime. Obviously, we need to sing along. We need to keep singing. Rings shall vanish from our noses and the harness from our back. What's that racket? Who let a fox into the yard?
Pellets from Mr. Jones' shotgun bury themselves in the barn wall.
This game is a little bit of a visual novel. Yeah, it's more of an interactive story. I was really intrigued by it from the standpoint that I had reread 1984 recently, and I haven't revisited Animal Farm yet. And in particular, also, I was recently told that I have a very young viewer who enjoys watching me on YouTube. And I think he's at an age where Animal Farm told as kind of a bednight story would be something he would enjoy. And so to that particular viewer, I say hello. You might know who you are, or you might not. Maybe your dad will let you know it's you. A couple of pellets from Mr. Jones's shotgun and bury themselves in the
No
wall.
one is hurt, but it's a near thing.
Oh, we can just back to sleep. I kind of wish there was a little more clarity of what options I have to choose. I mean, obviously we're playing Boxer. We've had a great deal to think about. And Jones will be angry if he catches us here. It's his own fault he left the hen house unlatched. He's getting more careless every day. He forgets to feed us.
3 days later, Old Major dies in his sleep.
The sheep had an option I missed. Guys, can we get some Fs in chat for Old Major? If you're watching this on YouTube, can we get some Fs in the comment section down below for Old Major?
He's buried at the bottom of the orchard.
Old Major's rebellion must still take place, even if we don't live to see it. It will come in the time of our children, or our children's children. Also, Cypress is missing out on this lovely rose placed on Old Major's grave. We can cheer. Who's the female horse? She's got those cute little bows in her hair. Okay, we can cheer from the sheep or from Boxer. Boxer, obviously, our hero, our protagonist. Cypress is still here. Good. When the time comes, I'll work as hard as it takes. I'm preparing a strategy. I'm not holding my breath. I wish I could do voices better. We haven't been fed. No one has been fed. The storehouse is empty. We will fight him. Animals, join me in battle. Now? We thought the rebellion would not be for years to come. We can wait no longer, or we will starve. Much like many rebellions. What is wrong with you beasts? Am I going to have to shoot you all for rabies? Boxer, Napoleon, Snowball. You will all feel the whip. How's our volume right now? Oop. Is our volume a little bit quiet? Volume's probably fine. Comrades, this is our moment. So we have it. We have the farmers. We have no defense. We have attack, defend, lead, avoid, defend, lead. Volume is fine. Good to hear. All right. Obviously, it's time for Napoleon to lead. Jones is afraid. He'll run for it soon. Let us at him. We'll chase him off the farm.
Hands have never seen animals like this. They've all fled. Jones is
Oh, good. I click below the line. Okay. Curse a lot of you. Cowards. So Jones is now alone with his pitchfork. I can still have Napoleon attack, but the dogs asked to be let at him, so let's have the dogs do it. Napoleon is leading. We all know how that went last time. Indeed we do, Mika. But I believe in Napoleon's rebellion. Let us at him. I raised you all from puppies. But can we pet the puppies? Does Jones pet the puppies? I trained you myself when your mother died. Well, that is true. But we are animals now. Victory! Jones has run away. We have won this battle. It looks like we take a few wounds here. Napoleon does not look to be in perfect health right now. Boxer doing pretty well. For a horse, this isn't too bad. The dog looks too happy, so dogs are generally happy, so probably not too worried. Oh, I have to... Are we dying? Don't be afraid. The Candy Mountain is a beautiful place. No one is dying. We have been to battle. We will recover stronger than before. Comrades, today you have become veterans, to be celebrated on Veterans Day. Except we're in Europe, so maybe not. That was a costly battle. Next time, Jones will be better armed. We must prepare for it. That is a question for later.
When she sees what has happened, Mrs. Jones packs a bag and flees.
As she should.
The animals wander through buildings where they have never been allowed.
Look at this place. It looks bigger without Mr. Jones inside. So we've got some ham on the table. My face right now is covering up. Let's see exactly what my face is covering up really quick. You can see the keg down in the side right next to me. There's also some beer cans next to it, a wine bottle and a glass, as well as a grandfather clock. Actually, let's show those off entirely. Let's briefly go and snag both of these and show that off really quickly. So that's what's hiding in the lower corner. Oop. Oh, we also aren't fully widescreen right now. That's interesting. Let's... When I dropped it out of full screen, it didn't fix it. Do I have a way to fix that? I told the resolution to go down to 1280 by 720, didn't I? If I exit the game and relaunch right now, is that going to fix it? I don't want to find out. So we're going to stick this way. Most of us never see it from inside. Not until we're hams. That is a dark joke. Well, we've got his hat and his keys. Let's kick over his keg. Mr. Jones was always meaner after a drink. Attaboy, Boxer. Attaboy. Let him drink somewhere else. Trample his doormat. We are welcome here now. There is no one left to say anything else. Hurrah! Let's get some F's in chat for this ham. Ooh. That's lovely. I can't I knew that ham when she was a piglet. Not to be confused with Winnie the Pooh piglet. I hope. You guys don't think Christopher Robin. We should bury her. She can rest in the orchard beside Old Major. Oh, we've got his boots. Do you think Molly would like these? Boxer thinking ahead. Boxer's like, do you think my girl would like some new shoes? Most likely, she'd look like a fool. No animal should wear human clothing. What else do we got here? Oh, we've got a book. Let's eat his book. Leave the books to me. The Campaigns of Caesar. Can't be much help with a farm. From the look of the pages, Jones never read it himself. Exactly. Strategy for the next time the humans attack. What else do we got? Ooh, we got a lamp. Let's smash it. Electricity is for humans. We prefer the dark. It's really interesting how there's kind of like a barrier for the upper half of the screen where I can't click on anything and I can click on stuff in the lower half. Alright, time for sleep. This looks softer than hay. Keep away from it. No animal will sleep in a bed. Did I click on... Ooh, a handbook. Achievement unlocked. Reading is fundamental. Destinies. Bloodbath. At least 3 animals have been executed. Confessions. Many animals have confessed to treason. Revisionist. Each of the 7 laws has changed. Reductions. Dogs teach new beliefs to political dissidents. Songless. Song of the Beasts of England is outlawed. Surveillance. Birds oversee behavior on the farm. We have our, what is it? Oh, year 1. Oops, spoilers. We don't need those spoilers there. Major, of course, may he rest in peace. We don't know who the piglet was. We haven't met everyone yet. Oop, too far. Humans, we've met Jones. We haven't met the other 3. Oop, oop. Eggs out of the book. What else can I click on? Ah, no. Back on the window. Oh, okay, we can leave. How to deal with everything before we can leave, guys. How to deal with everything.
Not a single human being remains on the farm.
Manor Farm is now ours. There's a great deal to do now that Jones is gone. We will easily do better than he did. Isn't that right, chat? We will easily do better than Jones did. We will not become a corrupt dictator. Oh, I need to actually click on something here. What am I clicking on? The handbook I don't need. The food stores are empty. Obviously, the first thing that happens in this situation is somebody complains. We've not been milked since yesterday. You do look a little unwell. As for milking, a pig can manage as well as a farmer. What's going to happen to all that milk? Jones used sometimes to mix some of it in our mash. One day it will all go to our own calves, and we won't need milking at other times. And all our eggs will grow into chicks. Perhaps. Let's make it a point of honor to get the hay in faster than Jones and his men. Food we gather will feed us throughout the year. We are indeed about to make a farm great. Again. And in the autumn, we'll need enough in the storehouse for planting.
Any animal strong enough may volunteer until Napoleon calls a halt to the work.
I mean, obviously everybody has to work here. Ain't nobody getting off without working. Cooperate. Boxer, you lead the way. I am ready to help. Boxer throws himself into the work. He brings twice as much hay to the hay store as anyone else. But whenever he works too hard, Boxer's strength fades. If you overextend yourself too often, you will ruin your lungs. You should rest when you're tired. My only option is argue. The farm needs me. When animals are sick, they can't do anything at all. So be careful. Alright, sheep. Work. We know our part. No one sheep is very strong, or very bright. But when the whole flock takes action, they accomplish something all the same. Much like chat. No one in chat is very strong, or very bright. But when they work together, they control the heck out of me. So let's have our female horse cooperate. I can try. This isn't usually my work. Jones got me to pull the farm cart, but we all must all do our part. Molly works for half the afternoon. Then she finds a stone in her hoof and is forced to rest. Look at those chickens working. Smaller animals can work together. We can make sure no straws of hay are left behind. The hens bring their share to the hay store. They can't do as much work as a larger animal would, but they're useful when needed. Benjamin grumbles while he helps. Collectively, chat has more than one brain cell, that's true. I have but one brain cell, but you, chat, you have what's more than one? Brain cells, maybe. If you're watching this on YouTube, that's an inside joke with my chat. They say I only have one brain cell that I share with Rex's Ord in chat. But he does bring in as much hay as anyone else his size. The stores are full now. That will do.
The animals work hard all day long. The hay store is full to overflowing. The animals themselves are happy, but exhausted.
Comrades, we have done well. Very well indeed. We cannot always expect that things will be as easy as they have been today. Before we face any real trials, we must convene a meeting to determine who is sus and who is not. We will need laws to govern Animal Farm. Roll credits.
Together, they named the 7 laws of animalism.
Let's find out what our 7 laws of animalism are, guys. The first law says, whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy. Who can reply to this? And what about wings? Wings are like legs. That's thinking for you. You do not have hands, and hands are how the humans do their mischief. Second rule of Fight Club. I mean, of Animal Farm. Whatever goes on 4 legs or has wings is a friend. What about the rats? We have 4 legs, but you always need to be chased off. Old Major considered rats to be comrades. He invited them to the meetings. We will vote. Should the rats be allowed to stay? Both? Both is an option? Boxer is yes. Sheep is yes. The dog says no. The cat says both. Clearly, the answer is both. The cats vote for the rats to stay. Then she votes for the rats to be sternly dealt with. Someone else should be the tiebreaker, since the cat can't agree with herself. In the end, the rats are allowed to stay.
After the meeting, Squealer begins painting the new laws on the wall of the barn.
These laws come to us from Old Major and from our own difficult experience. And as you can see on screen, whatever goes on 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes on 4 legs, or has wings, is a friend. The Fight Club Animal Farm comparison just sent Danny into a thought spiral. I'm sure there's some sort of crazy crossover there that could happen, Danny. Welcome on in. Commit them to memory. Oh, rule 3, no animal shall wear clothes. Rule 4, no animal shall sleep in a bed. Rule 5, no animal shall drink alcohol. 6, no animal shall kill any other animal. 7, all animals are equal. Sheep, are you troubled? There are too many to remember. Make an effort. It may be slow learning, but worthwhile. And this just, oh, okay, I really like this. The fact that if you can't clearly read it on the wall, you can just put the mouse over to see it. Question. Oh, wrong. That. Is that a tablecloth? Sorry guys, my window is slightly gimpy right now from switching it to windowed mode. I probably should put it back in full screen. It is a flag, green to represent the green fields of England. The hoof and horn signify the future republic of the animals. Do we have anything interesting to check out? Nope, just the leave. Let's leave. Old Major's skull will watch over us. Didn't they bury Old Major? I kind of want to read the book to figure out why Old Major's skull is sitting there as an awesome artifact. And at the moment, he'd wish us to go back to work. We still can't remember the laws. Here's a simpler version. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Exactly, understand that and you understand the laws. 4 legs good. Practice in your own field.
This is the beginning of animalism on the farm.
And so we enter a utopia here on Animal Farm where nothing could possibly go wrong.
Every animal is committed to the principles set down by Old Major. If anyone forgets, the chanting of the sheep will remind them.
What do we have here? We have a direction. We have our overflowing. You can make the cheap chant. Oh, are we? What is the lowest animal? Whatever, chant. 4 legs good. The Republic of Animals cannot be far away.
Sometime later, the animals discover what is happening to the milk.
What's happening to the milk?
Mixed into the pig's feed.
I'm sure that's an accident. Why would the pigs want milk? All animals are supposed to be equal. Why is our milk going to the pigs alone? Comrades, this is for the good of everyone. The pigs' work is brain work. They need their strength to help us all. Mika, I will check those gifts you just sent in between games tonight. Well, let's go ahead and doubt this. All animals are supposed to be equal after all. 4 legs good. But we're hungry.
The sun rises over the spring fields.
What shall I do today? I don't know, Roxer. What shall you do today? Can I not click on lowest animalism? There will be time enough in the year to gather more food. But if anything happens to you, the farm will be in a difficult place.
The days are growing longer. The hay store is full and the animals are content.
We should eat. Yes, food. I can't click on the lowest animalism. Okay, we can celebrate, we can distribute food, or we can ration food. I kind of wish there was a little more description of how these all work, but let's celebrate. Comrades, enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Our efforts ought to be rewarded. Sun rises over the summer fields. What a beautiful morning. No windmill. No defense. There's some options here I'm not supposed to be able to click on right now. The dog wants to encourage, which is going to make Molly upset. We have medium animalism. Oh wait, that's not. Oh, that's Clover. That's Clover. Let's have the dogs encourage. Are you well, comrades? Yes, yes, yes. No enemies on the horizon? We need more defenses, it's true.
Summer progresses, and the fields darken to gold.
Aw, look at these
The
graphics.
sun rises over the summer fields.
So warm. Inviting. What shall I do today? We have a decent supply of food. We can work on the defense. We can work. Guard, study, praise. Let's make sure we have enough food. I can work harder. Can you? I will wake earlier. I will go to sleep later. And nothing could possibly go wrong with that plan. My friend, your body is not as strong as your will. Even you can break.
The dogs wake up full of energy.
What shall I do today? Shall I have a good supply? Am I trying to specifically hit the goals of the, for the handbook? I'm not gonna worry about the handbook. We're just gonna play this game and see what happens. But I mean, definitely Jones will come back at some point. And so, where's my improved defenses? We have guard, study, sing. Let's study. Let's study combat and warfare. Do you know your letters? Enough to read the 7 laws. Oh, it's not studying war. It's studying how to read. That is a wise choice of practice, comrades. Can you hear that? Someone is singing Beasts of England. We taught the animals in the neighboring farms. Ooh, we can propagandize, we can warn. We can... I actually kind of am game. Mostly because I haven't reread Animal Farm in so long, but also, I wish there was a little more clarity of what I'm trying to do precisely. I'm gonna hit the warn button. It's good work, but be careful. We need to make Animal Farm as strong as possible before we expand the front of the war. I can build up our defenses.
The neighboring farmers often talk about the goings-on at Animal Farm. In the pub, they talk in such loud voices that the birds can hear them outside.
It's like it's your own fault you kept such a disorderly farm. Yeah? Watch your own animals and see what they're doing. Watch when they start gathering in the barn. When they start singing music. Then tell me it was my fault. Animals don't sing except singing the birds. You're a drunk, Jones. I'm crossing my voices over for characters, but we'll ignore that.
Up the cows.
What shall I do today? Well, we have some defense, so that's something. Have the cows rest. Let them bask in the glory of their success. We can doze in the field.
The sheep wake in the morning.
Today we could do anything. What's organized do? I've told you about the Wider Wool Society. Have you held any committee meetings yet? Hold a meeting and bring me in minutes.
In all the nearby farms, word spreads about the state of affairs in Animal Farm. Mr. Jones's neighbors make fun of him for losing his farm to his own animals.
Never was a good farmer. Or a sober one. He's outdone himself this time. I tell you though, it's had a bad effect on the neighborhood. Those are the things they're saying about I was in town. See, it says no windmill, and I don't know how to get a windmill. Boast, we can propagandize. Or Napoleon Caprine, which is obviously what we're choosing. Animal Farm will be known everywhere as the farm that began the rebellion. 4 legs good, 2 legs better.
The animals notice that they're going to need more supplies soon. Nails, string, dog biscuits, iron to shoe the horses.
None of those things can be made out on the farm. There may be trouble when they run out. Well, obviously, we need to trade. I have made arrangements. It will no longer be necessary for us to go without. Arrangements?
A few days later, a man by the name of Whymper is seen on the farm. Mr. Whymper is a solicitor living in Willingdon.
It's my pleasure to mediate between Animal Farm and its trade partners. You have the potential for a very profitable farm.
One day, he arrives to receive his instructions from Napoleon.
Let's guard the farm. We'll keep a close eye on him. If he steps out of line, we will tear out his throat. Comrades, you must trust in the wisdom of the pigs. Feast your eyes on the sight of Mr. Whymper on 2 legs, as he takes instruction from a pig on 4 legs. That's actually a really fascinating idea. Imagine a scene where the more powerful individual is the one kneeling before somebody else. Which I suppose is a almost biblical concept in the first place, but it's a very powerful one. What are my options here? I can doubt. I can cheer. Obviously, we're cheering. 4 legs good. 2 legs bad. Bad, but sometimes useful.
Morning wakes up the cows.
What shall I do today? We can sing to increase the thing. We can study. We have our handbook for whatever we're trying to do. Let's give some milk. Let's restore some more of our food. Some things haven't changed since Jones's day. We thought we might be able to save our milk for our calves. One day.
Summer becomes autumn.
No, Mika, I'm really enjoying how similar this is to our Mass Effect 3 parody on Twitch. Summer becomes autumn. Surveil. Sing. Do I have a way to, improve the farm? Give orders. This is no time for falling behind at our work. Let every animal be in the field, doing her part.
The harvest should have been brought in long ago. It is only now that the animals can begin the work.
Who will work the harvest, comrades? Clover will assist. I can do a little. Lay in plenty of potatoes and apples. I can do a little. Comrades, the storehouse is almost full. We only need a little more. We're small, but there are a lot of us. We can bring in the grain that would otherwise be left out in the field. That will do. We have enough.
Next, the animals must plow the fields. It's beginning to get cold, but it's not too late to do this work.
All right, Boxer, plow the field. I can do this. It's always my job. We're doing well. What shall we do with all our wealth? Feasting. Let's eat. It will put the animals in a good mind for work. Indeed it will. So I think my goal probably was supposed to be to follow the handbook and to follow the story, which I've just been kind of choosing whichever idea seems most interesting at the time. I'm curious if we'll be able to get a game over, or if you have to follow certain paths, or quite what. The weather turns bitter.
Covers the farm.
Okay, we got winter wheat. Comrades, we may need to make a few sacrifices for the good of all. Mr. Pilkington looks in our direction and plans to destroy us, and we do not have the strength to fight him off. How did this happen? Why didn't we have better plans? Clearly the grumble is the correct choice. Everything that's happened could easily have been predicted. It is easy to complain, but more important to act.
It is late in the year. The winter wheat should already be in the ground. The animals can't agree on what they should plant.
Plant nothing? I mean, yeah, we need to plan ahead. We need to plan ahead. Fearless leaders. We should plant both fields. If we don't, we'll have a worse harvest next year. I'm sure we'll get through the winter. There are always potatoes.
One day, the birds land in the farmyard in a wild excitement.
Jones is coming with all his men, and half a dozen others from Pinchfield and Foxwood. They're on their way up the track now. Jones is in the front and he's brought his gun. Moment has come. Remember how we prepared. Birds, distract them until the rest of us are in position. And we have this, you know, little wooden gate here. That seems like enough, right? That's all we need. All of this destroys our defenses, so we're in trouble here. You got this, Boxer. You should have stayed on your own farm. You have no business here. Boxer, I believe in you. Go forth and fight. Take that.
All of the remaining humans are retreating. Surviving animals head back towards the farm.
Success. You're still...
Recover from his wounds gradually.
Now, our dog is no longer smiling, but Squealer is smiling. Napoleon is smiling. The sheep seem happy. I'm sorry I can't be of more help on the farm. Heal well, Boxer. You've given enough for now. That was a difficult battle. It has cost Animal Farm dearly.
The icy weather and snow damaged some of the buildings.
This is really interesting because this is we're able to diverge from the book. There's actually kind of a game here, I think.
Shiver through the beginning of January.
Spring is the time for repairs, comrades. Do not let the winter disturb you.
Animal Farm has survived its first year. The second year begins with warnings.
Our neighbors have noticed what is being done on Animal Farm. We need to build up our defenses. We must send out more pigeons and spread the word of animalism. Rebellion on other farmers will be a help to Animal Farm. If we cannot defend ourselves, we will be conquered. If there are rebellions everywhere, we will not need to defend ourselves. The kingdom of animals will be a reality. Defense propaganda. Yeah, propaganda it is. Bring more animals to the farm. Perhaps even a goose. Oh no, we don't like geese on this channel. Ducks are okay. Geese? At the beginning of a new year, we should revisit our laws. Read them again if you have forgotten them. Whatever goes upon two legs is an enemy, unless it serves an animal. Yeah, I mean, that definitely sounds like exactly what it was before. Oh. We are truly grateful to be led by two such excellent leaders. Can we get some Rift Blessed in chat to honor Napoleon? And who's our other leader? Squealer? Comrade Napoleon is an inspiration to us all. Napoleon is always right.
The time has come again for gathering in the hay.
All right, we made it to year 2. We're gonna call it here. It's I want to check the spoilers coming up here for a second, guys. Okay, so the destinies are like our goals long term. So you guys can see what that said on screen. Really? Why are these both conflicting? Okay, well, in the book, a lot of things happen. And I really want to reread the story now. We're going to call it here. This has been Animal Farm. The resolution didn't actually change the resolution, which has me a little bit iffy. Maybe it would on a relaunch. If you enjoyed this episode of Let's Try, please hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Feel free to like and comment as well. And if you want to join in the shenanigans, join us live on Twitch, usually on Tuesday nights. We will be back shortly.